Hello everyone and welcome to an airsoft rifle review. My name is Michael K. and today we're looking at the G&G CM16 Raider version 2. So this isn't version 1, this is version 2. We'll talk about that in a bit. And it's a gas blowback AR styled airsoft rifle. And this is the tabletop review, so there won't be any shooting in this portion of the review at all. I hope to get to the field test shooting review sometime next week for you. Alright, this rifle again is made by G&G Armament. It uses the standard G&G combat machine platform, but instead of an AEG internal motor and spring system, it uses a closed bolt gas blowback system. Now, this airsoft rifle shoots in both full and semi-auto selectable. It has a single action only system, so you'll have to pull back the charging handle first before you can fire it. Once you've pulled the charging handle back the first time, it will then internally blow back, recharging the gun for you. This is a 6mm plastic airsoft BB rifle only, no metal BBs, and no 4.5mm BBs. They just won't fit. This gun has a 30+ round magazine that's the full-size dropout metal magazine, which holds the BBs and the gas. And by the way, typically I use propane, but you can use green gas in this gun as well. And this air-styled rifle is made out of polymer and metal. The main receiver and RIS rail system are pretty much all plastic. Same goes for the rear stock, but there are a lot of other metal parts internally and mechanical parts that are metal. Now this gun weighs in at about 5 pounds or 2.25 kilograms. It has a 10-inch barrel, which is of course non-rifled. This gun will shoot somewhere in the neighborhood of 370 plus FPS, but we'll find out for sure when I do the field test shooting review. It has the adjustable rear stock, which I'll show you in a bit, and adjustable and removable rear sight. And again, it has the RIS, which gives you all kinds of places to mount hardware. And again, the G&G CM16 Raider is based on the AR or M16 platform. And as you can see here, this rifle is made in Taiwan. But at this point, I want to just quickly show you the box and the manual. A couple things it comes with. Well, one thing. See if I can get this in the picture. Kind of slide it in. So you got your blue box here. Okay, that's what the gun actually looks like, and I'll show you. I'm going to be bringing in version 1, which has been stripped down or basically put back to the factory default, and that's what you're going to get in the box, not all the other extra gear that I have on mine. But I'm going to be using mine. It's going to be my personal rifle that I'm hopefully going to be using when I do the Airsoft Wars here locally. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Let's just quickly look at the box inside. Just has the sort of plastic internals. Okay, molded plastic. Get this out of the way. It does come with this rod. I imagine this is for clearing any obstructed BBs. Okay, pretty basic. And it comes with a manual, a couple different things, some information here. And here's your manual. Okay, kind of a big fold-out style manual. Alright, has all the different versions. And the back side. Okay, so it shows you how to do different things, take it apart, cleaning, oiling, and you've got a schematic here. Now before I get too far to this tabletop review, this gun is available in the Replica Airgun store, and we are selling version 2 here in Canada in our Canadian Replica Airgun store over at replicaairguns.ca. So you can pick one of these up. They're under $200, really good buy for what you're getting here. Let's take a look at this gun compared to the version 1, and I'm going to go over some things. So this is version 1. Sorry, I just bumped the stand there. They do come with this little red housing, and you'll notice it has this plastic tip on it. So some of the parts are plastic, a lot of the parts are actually plastic. That notch is normal. Some people said, oh, my flash hider's got a break in it or it's broken. Well, that's normal, okay? On this one I put a metal tip on it because I've actually got a little silencer that I can put on there, a mock silencer. This is metal here, plastic receiver, okay? So you're going to have plastic receivers and metal rear sight that comes off. As you can tell, I've taken it off and I've changed it up there. You also have Metal magazine, metal trigger, all the basic hardware is metal on it. All these parts are metal. Plastic stock, but metal tube. Okay, got your clip or your sling rings, front and back, those are metal as well. Okay, but what I want to get into also, your dust covers metal. Okay, even your forward assist, it's not really, that's really the only thing that's not working on the new version is a forward assist. That is metal as well. So what's different in version 1 and version 2? Well, obviously, other than all the extra stuff that I put on here, what's different, and I kind of reviewed this in another video before this, but you'll notice that we have a magazine release here on the version 1, or sorry, version 2. So it's ambidextrous. Normally you would just have the one on the one side here, the one magazine release on version 1. You now have it on version 2, okay? The other thing is this bolt catch release doesn't work on version 1. It's non-functioning, okay? So it doesn't do anything. It does work on version 2, and I will show you that in a bit. I wanted to also show you, you'll notice there's no selector switch on this side. So that's missing, okay? So let's switch this over. You'll see here we have a selector switch. So if you have version 2, you're going to have the selector switch on there. That's how you know which version you have. And you'll have ambidextrous magazine releases and a working bolt catch. So let's get rid of the version 1 quickly here. Now there's some other, I believe, internal improvements, I guess you could say. I did shoot this gun quickly just for a reference, and it did seem to get through the magazines in full auto better than version 1. So I'm imagining that the internal system has been just sort of tweaked and made it a little bit more efficient. I haven't done my full field test shooting review, so when I do that I'll know a little bit more for sure. Alright, but let's just take a look at how the bolt system works and how it's a little bit different. So right now I believe I've charged it. Okay, it's charged. And I have the magazine in here that will automatically lock back. So let's do that now. See how it's locked back? There's no BBs in it. It's locked back to about, well, not quite halfway. And I can release that with the bolt catch. So why is it not locking back now? It should be. There it goes. And I can release it, okay? So that's pretty cool. And that's all done on the magazine here. You'll notice that I have 2 magazines. I've set one up so that I can dry fire and not have it locked back. You'll notice there's, if you can see it, there's a little switch that you push over to one side. On this one I pushed it over to one side, and you notice this locks, this is up, this is down. So this is enabling it. So that would be the BBs coming out the top. That would indicate it's empty. This is basically what it would be like if there were BBs still in the magazine. So we can now dry fire it with this magazine that I've set up for you. Okay, so here we go. Go full auto. Do that all day. Awesome. This gun can go a long time on a charge. Pretty cool. So that's pretty awesome. I can feel that magazine's cooling down a little bit. But there you go. Alright, so at this point I'm just going to do a quick walk around. I've kind of shown you around the gun a little bit already, but let's go over it again a little bit more, just in case I missed something. Again here, let's just start with the front. I put a metal flash hider on here. Normally it's plastic, but you can put whatever standard flash hider you want on it. The front sight is metal. The barrel area here is metal. The rail system is not metal, it's polymer. This is just a guard that I put on. It normally wouldn't come with that, but I didn't put anything on that side, so I thought I'd just cover it up. Looks pretty cool. All of these accessories I've added on to the rail system. And you know what's kind of cool is because there's a fair bit of plastic like in the rail system, in the receiver, it does make the gun a little bit lighter than say a genuine one, maybe 1.5 pounds or so. But if you go and add on all sorts of stuff like I've done here, I've added on a standard carry handle here, and then I've put a sort of a different type of red dot system on here, a EOTech sighting system on there. Start adding a little bit of weight when you start doing that, and also consider that the magazines are fairly heavy too, because the gas blowback steel magazines are a little heavier. Then I've got the foregrip as well, and you know, the whole gun is probably getting close to maybe 7 pounds now. It doesn't feel like a plastic gun at all. I mean, unless you start tapping that area. But the advantage to the plastic, again, is it's going to make the overall weight of the gun a little bit lighter, especially if you're adding a lot of accessories to it, right? So that's a good thing. Plus, the plastic in other ways is good. It's a little more resilient. It'll flex instead of break. when you scratch it, you don't see down to the metallic metal. So if I were to scratch this, you might have a scratch in it, but you're not going to see, you know, all the steel underneath it. It's not going to scratch off the finish. It's just going to, you know, scratch a bit, and again, it will flex a bit as well instead of break or dent. So there's definitely some advantages to the plastic. I think it'll hold up and wear a little better than the metal. Okay, so again, here's our safe, semi, auto, selectable. We have our magazine release here. We have our bolt catch here. We have sling points right there. We have a sling point in the front, and that's metal. All of the mechanical parts, again, are metal. Now the rear sight on the normal one would be metal as well. I've taken it off. Trigger's metal. Pretty much everything. Metal magazine, again. Put your gas in the back. BB's in the top. Okay, the stock, fold out multi-position. Right, and you can change the stock with other types if you want. It just comes off and you can replace it with different types of standard AR stocks if you choose to. You've got your grip. It does have the sort of hole in the bottom because this gun is based around an AEG. You have the standard AEG pistol grip. So it would be neat if it had a cover. I think that would be nice. Didn't come with one though. Okay, let's turn it over. Look at the other side. You've got your dust cover, right, which pulls open when you pull your charging handle back. The only thing that doesn't work on this gun is the forward assist. There's really no need for it. Again, you've got your safety, semi, full auto, and then you have, well, let's take a look at our branding there. Okay, you've got some sort of transformer thing on there. Let's pull it around so you can see it the right orientation. Okay. Magazine release again. Alright. Even the forward assist is metal. This is my carry handle on my EOTech sight. Again, this is another different one I've used. Oh, I'm ringing over here. Let me turn that off. I'm ringing and vibrating. That's what happens. Take a close look while my phone buzzes away. Okay. Take a look at the branding and markings on this side. I didn't really show you too well. Get in there a little closer. Boom, boom. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, so at this time, let's talk about some of the pros and the cons. There weren't a lot of cons, to be totally honest, with this gun. I'm really happy with it, and I really like it. And I guess that's one reason why I've chosen it to be my field gun, I guess you could say. Alright, so let's get into the pros. Well, first of all, it's a super affordable gas blowback airsoft AR-styled rifle. At under $200, it's a lot less expensive than most airsoft gas blowback solutions out there. And as you notice when I did the dry firing, it has a very high rate of fire in full auto. Polymer shell is both light and very durable. It won't dent and it won't show scratches very easily, and it should wear, I think, a little bit better than the metal alternative. Almost every part on this gun is operational, and it's fully ambidextrous. That is version 2 anyways. This gun can be fully customized. There's lots of mounting points on the RIS rail system, so you're going to have no problem getting this gun back up to a little heftier weight. Again, it has the fully adjustable crane stock, which if you want you can swap out for a different AR styled stock. It has the removable rear iron sight, and again that can be swapped out for other types of sighting systems or hardware. And the version 2 that we're looking at here today is significantly upgraded from version 1. And as an added bonus, since this is based around an AEG system, you could convert this gun back over to an AEG gun, or potentially take out the bolt, the gas blowback bolt on this gun, and put it into another compatible AEG receiver. Now a couple cons, there's really only 2 that I can think of. Some people might not like the polymer receiver, the plastic parts on it. They might feel that it's, that they want to have metal. And as I said, I told you the reasons why I think plastic, or polymer in this case, isn't such a bad thing. But some people are going to want to have metal. They're going to want to have it as close to the real gun as possible. Now in that case, I suppose you could potentially find a receiver that's metal and swap some of the parts over. That might work for you. Now I would have also liked to have seen a plate covering the pistol grip. Having that sort of empty space, it kind of looks like it's unfinished. But I'm sure you could just put a basic plate on there yourself if you wanted to. Alright, so again, stay tuned for my field test shooting review coming shortly. I hope to have that for you sometime next week. And don't forget to watch my version 1 videos. I've got a shooting test for that one, and tabletop reviews. So if you want to watch some more videos on this style of gun, check out my version 1 video. Alright, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns Airsoft Rifle video. Don't forget to subscribe before you head out. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. And again, remember you can buy this gun down in our Canadian Replica Airgun store. That's replicaairguns.ca. I'll put links in the description for you to buy this gun. I'll also put links in the description for you to check out the written article over in replicaairguns.com where I'll have additional photos and information there for you. And if you're not interested in an airsoft rifle, we have all kinds of other products. Over at our Replica Airgun store, we have a Canadian and US store where we sell air guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, knives, and other accessories. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.